Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and you love to see it. You just love to see it. The SEC is being sued effectively for hiding information amid XRP conflicts of interest. So here's the headline. This is from Empower Oversight. Empower Oversight sues SEC for access to FOIA, that's Freedom of Information Act, documents amid crypto conflict of interest concern. So I've got comments from a few individuals, including attorney John Deaton, Charles Gasparino, and Eleanor Terrett. Both of them, of course, are journalists with Fox Business Network. So just going to run through this thing and share with you all the specifics, but again, you'll love to see it. I mean, I do. To be clear at the outset, though, I do not have a legal or financial background of any kind. I am not offering legal or financial advice. And you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. So for those of you not in the know, I'll explain what FOIA is. FOIA, that's Freedom of Information Act. Here's the official FOIA website, foia.gov. And you can see what they wrote right here at the top. The basic function of the Freedom of Information Act is to ensure informed citizens vital to the functioning of a democratic society. And so just in a nutshell, because I don't want to overdo this here, but just so you understand the concept, individuals or even organizations within the United States can request documents from various government agencies, and it's all in the interest of transparency. And so there have been many documents requested via the Freedom of Information Act, requested specifically from the SEC, having to do with XRP and all sorts of other stuff, internal crypto communications, and the SEC is not playing ball. And Empower Oversight says, no, you can't do that, government agency. SEC, you cannot do that. And they are legally fighting back. They have officially filed against the SEC. Take a look at this. This is from John Deaton's Crypto Law Organization. They tweeted out the following. Watchdog group sues SEC for Clayton Hinman records. Agency won't comply with all FOIA requests from August. Empower asks judge to force compliance. SEC only complied with 2 of 8 requests, saying no records exist showing SEC Ethics Office ever contacted over Clayton employment with One River or Mark Berger going to Simpson Thacher. SEC didn't comply with any of Empower's FOIA requests on Hinman's payments from Simpson Thacher or communications with Ethereum entities while in office. And so it certainly does look like, on the surface at least, that they're intentionally hiding something, doesn't it? And so John Deaton retweeted that short Twitter thread from Crypto Law, and John Deaton wrote the following. What is the SEC hiding? There is no deliberative process privilege that can be claimed related to these documents. There is no attorney-client privilege that applies. And indeed, don't forget, the SEC is saying, and then look, they say the laws around cryptocurrency are settled and clear because they didn't even need new policy. It's so clear. Just go back about 75 years, go back to the Howey test. It's been clear since then, and so there has been no policy making. So given that there's been no policy making, they can't claim any privilege over these documents that they're hiding, because there was no deliberative process. There was no instance of any officials at the SEC contemplating how to handle crypto and XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum, because their stance officially is that it's been settled for 75 years. So given that's the case, how is it that you can claim any sort of deliberative process privilege? It doesn't make any sense at all. Take a look at this from Fox Business journalist and I think producer too, right? Let's see what yes, he's a journalist and producer. Eleanor Terrett shared the following. And this first part's in quotes. To date, the SEC has failed to comply with 6 of the 8 categories of documents in Empower's FOIA request, end quote. And then Eleanor wrote the following. Consistent with John Deaton's attempts to get similar information from the SEC. They haven't answered him, and they haven't answered me and Charles Gasparino. And then Charles Gasparino today tweeted out the following just this afternoon. Breaking. The SEC now arguing it has not officially declared Bitcoin and Ethereum compliant cryptos, according to testimony in the SEC versus Ripple case. That appears to be a 180 from not just Bill Hinman's speech, but the regulatory approach of former chair Jay Clayton. Gary Gensler has declined comment. Yeah, go figure, right? Gary Gensler declining comment. Well, color me surprised. So now into this piece from Empower Oversight. Empower Oversight filed a lawsuit against the Securities and Exchange Commission seeking to compel the SEC comply with several Freedom of Information Act requests regarding potential conflicts of interest by former high-level officials and their regulation of cryptocurrencies. In August, Empower Oversight submitted a detailed FOIA request to the SEC seeking any communications related to senior SEC officials and their current and former employers regarding cryptocurrencies. Former senior SEC official William Hinman received millions of dollars in compensation from his former employer, Simpson Thacher, while helping guide the SEC's regulation of cryptocurrencies. Simpson Thacher is part of a group that promotes Enterprise Ethereum, a cryptocurrency. Hinman said that Ethereum wasn't a security, which in turn caused a spike in its value. Oh, and by the way, I'll mention this too. So technically, the lawsuit was filed 2 days ago. I have the actual document, I think, here. So you can see, yeah, so December 8th. But we all in the public just found out about it upon this press release from Empower today, December 10th. Anyway, piece continues. The creator of another cryptocurrency known as XRP was later sued by the SEC, which claimed that it was a security, causing XRP to lose a quarter of its value. The man who brought the lawsuit against XRP, Mark Berger, left for Simpson Thacher shortly after Hinman did the same. So let me just pause here. Be clear, Ripple didn't create XRP, right? XRP existed, then Ripple, the company, came into existence. Also, it was more than a quarter of its value that was lost. I mean, I think my memory served me well here. When the news hit in December, it was December 22nd of last year, XRP was somewhere in the 50-something cent price range, and it crashed as low as like 17 cents as far as I can recall. So definitely lost well over half its value, just erasing billions and billions in terms of market cap in very short order, thanks to the SEC. Oh, I tell you, gotta love those SEC folks, right? Piece continues. Finally, former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton may have had conflicts of interest when he declared that Bitcoin was not a security. After his time at the SEC, Clayton joined a cryptocurrency hedge fund, One River Asset Management, that only worked on Bitcoin and Ether. To date, the SEC has failed to comply with 6 of the 8 categories of documents in Empower Oversight's FOIA request. The SEC claimed that searches for 2 of the 8 categories yielded no records relating to communications between Mr. Clayton or Mr. Berger and the SEC's Office of Ethics Counsel regarding their future employers and any potential recusals. The other 6 requests remain entirely unanswered. Again, what are they hiding, folks? Something, right? This doesn't pass the smell test. As a result, Empower Oversight filed a complaint against the SEC in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Virginia to compel the SEC to comply with the other 6 categories of the FOIA request. As with prior legal action, Empower Oversight is represented by Hush Blackwell, charging the SEC with failure to comply with statutory deadlines in violation of FOIA, and then they cite some sort of code, and unlawful withholding of agency records in violation of, and then they cite the code. This is Empower Oversight's second FOIA lawsuit filed since its launch in July of this year. While waiting for the SEC to comply with its FOIA obligations, Empower Oversight had previously appealed an erroneous SEC decision that had imposed extra costs on the FOIA request, eventually winning a fee waiver for the requests on the basis of being a, quote, media requester, end quote. And so there you are, folks. I tell you, it really is. It's just heartwarming seeing that there are entities and people fighting back. Which is why and I'm not the only one that thinks this, obviously, the entire XRP community does. This is why we're so thankful for somebody like John Deaton, Attorney John Deaton, just coming along out of nowhere, seemingly, about a year ago, and just really bringing the fight to the SEC. It's just astonishing the way that things have unfolded here. But we are on the right side of history, and I believe if you let time pass, history's going to bear that out. So it's, again, you'll love to see it. Bring the fight to them, because these people at the SEC, they're a bunch of asshats, and they are not good people. I'm not saying all of them are bad. Obviously, there are some good ones, but my gosh, these attorneys, like, I don't believe for a moment that they believe the crap that they're arguing. They're just arguing it because it's their career. So ethics be damned, right? That's what it looks like to me, because the assertions are so outrageous that anybody, a monkey with half a brain, would find that this doesn't make sense. I'll go ahead and wrap up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.